Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk Shop with Russ. I'm sorry I am 8 minutes late? Is that it? Yeah, 8 minutes late according to my computer. Sorry about that. My son was here and he was leaving and I said goodbye to him. He had been over and he knew I'd start the show. But anyway, thank you all for being here. We are now only running on to YouTube. We're not doing,
but I haven't seen it on YouTube yet.
No, YouTube hasn't come up yet.
Well, I've got it. I'm already looking at it.
Just let you know, I refreshed it.
What's going on is there's two feeds for this, and we're on the second feed, and everybody else is in the first one when you posted it for the announcement show was going to be on. This happened last week too. I know it's like pull your hair out, but that's what.
Yeah, we are live. Okay, hold on. Let me go send this feed.
Yeah, send it to everybody else.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's doing that. So
it's so weird. Yeah.
Because when you start, any of you have used StreamYard, understand when you start StreamYard, it tells you and I have Facebook and all that, and I chose just YouTube.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why it's not posting straight to YouTube.
We'll blame it on YouTube.
Why not?
Well, we'll figure it out because I'm not using Restream anymore.
I see what they're doing. I see what happened.
Okay, I got a question. Do I need to reload the YouTube or do you see me typing?
No.
I see you typing.
Yeah, I just saw you typing. Here's the new link. And what it is YouTube has divided it out. So there's two. One is the ad waiting July 20th. You know what, Russ? Yeah, today's July 20th.
Yes, it is.
And then the other one is the live stream.
I don't understand what's going on. I will have this corrected by next show. But I have gotten rid of Restream because of all the problems, and I'm hoping I can solve the problem. Donna, your mom was peeking on you.
She is.
Yeah, she's behind you.
Oh, she's.
Yep, your mama's like peeking in. She snuck in out through the door and
then
the other side.
Devil horns too.
I thought it was funny because she was like standing back there, and you have to rewatch the video, Donna. You have to because she was like behind you, like she was sneaking up on you. Oh, bless her heart. Say hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. We love you. We love you being here. Trust me.
7 watching still. And I'm spamming it. Please go here. Please go here and make sure I'm spamming the right thing.
I got 12 watching.
Yeah.
Well, I hope. I'm sorry that I don't know. I'm trying to get rid of Restream. I am not paying them anymore, and I've gotten rid of them. And I chose just to put it on Facebook or YouTube tonight, so I was hoping to go through, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That is totally spammed. So the 6 are probably just us.
Yeah. Well, if you'll go,
now it's 8.
If you'll go to the other one and just say go here, or did you already do that, Al?
That's what I'm doing. I keep putting it in there. Please go here, and then the.
Oh, I see it now. Holy crap! How many times did you put it in there? It just popped up. I was like, "Yeah, you put it in there like 20 times."
Yep. Well, if there's any question, it's in there.
Yeah.
Watch you get booted for spamming the chat.
Right.
And I truly, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get away from Restream because of the problems, and it seems like there's still problems.
Yep. Welcome, Brian, Jim, Len.
Yep. I will have it corrected by next week, because what I'm going to do is going to go into StreamYard and just delete everything. Yeah, everything other than YouTube out of the system. Because I didn't realize until I told you that I chose YouTube that there were 3 options. So if I delete the other 2 options, it should create only one place that StreamYard will go to. So anyway, sorry about that. Sorry for the confusion.
Aussie said he sent a picture over of that rotary cross slide he made. That
Yeah, folks, if you have anything, you can send us any jigs you have, please.
Yes. Al just said it. We're doing tonight's show, and I hope there was no confusion. If you have a jig that you have made that you do woodworking with, that's homemade now, that you didn't buy from some store, send a picture and a little information about the jig and what it's used for. And I guess I should have done, we'll have to do this again in a few weeks, and I'll give a little video out on my YouTube channel describing what you want to send. Not only the picture of the jig, but what it's used for. But I was hoping that people would check up or catch on to that.
Where do you want it sent? Where do you want it emailed?
Contest@simplywoodencreations.com.
Contest@simplywoodencreations. Let me put that .com.
All right, YouTube on my phone is working too now.
Contest@simplywoodencreations.com.
There we go. Yeah.
I see nobody chatting on the YouTube chat.
That's because you're in the wrong one.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
You gotta click on that link that Al put on there.
Yeah, there you go, Donna.
Yeah, if you have a jig that you have made, send some pictures of it if you have them, and also enter a little information about it, and we'll do it all the way up to the end of the show. So if I see anything come in at the last minute, I will post the pictures. To send the pictures and your information to contest@simplywoodencreations.com.
Donna, the inside chat's got the link to the live one.
Yeah, I got it. I got it up now, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will delete. I will go into your. I have to guess. I have to go into StreamYard and delete the other places that it's sending the stream to, so it'll only send it to YouTube. Because I thought if I got rid of StreamYard, and when I set up or Restream, and when I set up StreamYard, I just clicked on YouTube only, that it would send it to this, but apparently not so. So,
well, Donnie,
all right,
made it.
Yeah.
Welcome,
How's
Donna.
your mom? How's your mom? And she snuck in behind you. So how's she?
Hi, Rose.
Yep. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Rose. Well, obviously she's not doing too bad that she could take her walker and get in there and sit beside you.
Yeah.
See, now here's the thing. If that old lady can come in and sit down and watch the Let's Talk Shop with Russ show, what the hell's wrong with the rest of you?
Rose, are you making sawdust, Rose?
How's she doing, Donna?
She done good. she's fixing to go to a nursing home, but they got really good food and lots of activities because she's having a little problem, getting up and about and all that kind of stuff, that comes with being 78. So we went and checked it out, and she likes it, and so we're.
I'm 78.
I'd
Well,
go
I
for
will
the
be in
two.
September.
Okay, but is it taking you 2 hours to get out of bed?
Sometimes.
Mine is all the time.
Yeah, hers is all the time.
And it's
Oh.
really hurt.
It only takes him an hour and a half, so he's all right yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we looked at their menu, and she's like, "Well, I like that." And
Well,
that, and that.
Now, I wouldn't mind that part of it at all. I think that'd be good.
I'm going to say this and be blunt about it, Donna. The only way that you will know that she's being taken care of is by the often of your visits.
It's 5 minutes from me.
Well, then yeah. Then there you go. Yeah. When I put my mother into a nursing home because I could no longer, I had myself, and at one point in my life, I had myself and 4 children I was taking care of.
Right.
And I put my mother in a nursing home that was in Bartow, Florida. And the reason I put her there is because when I went on shift to the fire department, it was on my way to shift and on my way home.
Right.
So every morning I would leave early and go by there and check in with her and see her and have breakfast with her. And then I would leave and go to work at the fire department. Then in the morning when I got off 24 hours later, I would come back through and check with her and sit there and have breakfast with her on the way home. Because the kids were pretty well taken care of. My mother, as I've told y'all before, this room that I'm actually in, I built it myself for my mother, and she lived with me for 15 years, something like that. Anyway, so she was with me, and anyway, my point being is they so much. And the squeaky wheel gets the grease, if you get what I'm saying. So as long as you're in and out of there,
Yep. I don't trust none of them.
I don't. I didn't want to say that, but since you opened the door, I don't either. So that's the reason you got to make sure, damn sure, that you're in there and out of there, and make sure they're doing their job.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
I got lucky. My sister's got my mom.
yeah.
My
See,
brother's in
that's
Hampshire, and I'm down here, and she doesn't want to live in either spot. So,
my mother lived with me for 7 or 8 years before I had to put her in nursing home.
I couldn't take it.
Yeah, I mean, she was. I mean, the only problem I had was that my mother loved sweets, and at her age, it didn't matter if her sugar was high or not because, damn, you're gonna die anyway. It doesn't matter.
You're on the
So-
last lap. Go the way you want to go.
Exactly. But my kids would come into the room, and she would give them to my kids. And I was sitting there. One night, I heard some commotion. I come out and I walked into the living room, and I saw one of my sons coming through her bedroom and what the hell are you doing? She goes, I went to Cammy's room. What are you doing in Cammy's room? I went into my mom's room, and she's sitting there handing the kids sweets in the middle of the night.
It's like Halloween.
Yeah, it's like, here's a chocolate cookie. Go ahead, boy, have it, and go back to bed.
She's
Yeah,
getting
right.
even with you.
My
She would
son-
So,
Use the kids up on sugar and go see dad.
yeah,
That's right. My son-
no, but this was after I went to bed.
Yep.
They were sneaking in there.
Well, that's all right.
Do it with my nephew all the time.
Yeah,
Get him all
well,
jonesed up and then go home.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's okay.
And now that nephew has a kid of his own, and
Yeah.
the game is going to continue. As a new
All right.
child in the system.
We spoil them and send them home.
by the way,
So,
And in case she's watching, 'cause my sister sneaks in here now and then. Hi, Tracy. I know you're handling Mom. You're doing a great job. Thank you. All right, move on.
all right, do we have anything interesting out in the chat as of yet?
Driveway Workshop's hungry.
Oh, he's hungry after all we said? Yeah.
Yeah, working on that stinking pool all day.
Them game calls caught COVID again. That's the first time.
Oh,
I just seen that. Caught COVID again. Yeah. It was in the hospital Tuesday morning. You know what? I have another friend. What the heck?
I heard it's hitting again pretty good.
All right, I had an echo there for a few minutes. I can't figure out why I had it.
Echo. I
It
mean,
wasn't. It was an echo of everything I was saying. So,
oh, I hate that. I have that on my phone all the time. And I'm like, let me call you back. I hear myself.
well, apparently I can't bring the chat up in a separate window because every time I do, it does the echo.
oh,
So I can only read the chat over here.
interesting.
Yeah, every time I bring the chat up separate, because it allows you, if you'll go into there, it tells you can remove the chat. But anyway,
I always close YouTube back off and just pop out the YouTube chat and then close YouTube.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. But anyway, yes, I have a cousin that had just the other day caught COVID. He's had it 3 times previous, and he said for some reason the first 3 times it wasn't that bad. For some reason, this is like bad to the point he's almost like wanting to go to the hospital. It's so bad, and so
It's
I
like
don't
the
know if there's any.
flu. Yeah.
It's like a what?
It feels like the worst case of flu you've ever had. You know?
Yeah, that's what I heard. So I didn't know it was a thing coming back into. I mean, I know we're going to have COVID just like we have measles, we have mumps, we have rubella, we have all those viruses that are out there that are going to come back sooner or later. And the flu, we have it every year. But I did not know that COVID had reared its head that bad to put him in the hospital. All right. So I guess we've talked about enough, but the only reason I'm trying to bring up stuff is because we don't have that many jigs to show. But anyway, Paul, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook. You can find on YouTube and Instagram, Paul's Messy Workshop. You can find me hopefully tomorrow watching Al's stream at YouTube. I assume it's going to be, and that's at 3 o'clock real time, 2 o'clock Central.
Al.
2 p.m. Central, real time. Kilroy 79763, and yeah, I'll be streaming on YouTube. You can just search for Kilroy 79763, it'll come up. Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop, and I'm gonna go work on the Lady Washington some more framage. I've got to get the. Let's see. I got to get this right. No. The aft part of the ship, I got to get it put together quickly.
Well, the last picture I saw, you had the ribs going down to the pretty well put in for that.
Well, they were put in, but the keel was made out of MDF, and water and MDF don't really mix.
No, they don't mix. No.
So I decided to redo it, and then in redoing it, I scaled it a little bit smaller to fit the actual plan itself, the actual drawing of it. So I'm actually making it to the size of the drawings of the. So I've pretty much started it back over again, but I've been working on the back to go forward. But that back part is what I need to put together so that I can have it like so, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't actually.
Well, if
we follow the videos, we'll understand.
there you go. There you go.
No, but I understand what you're saying. But why are you worried about making it out of MDF if it's never going to go in the water?
Well, what if it does?
Why would it?
Well, yeah. I mean, why would you want to put it in the water? But my second response was, no, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say because I will start something that I just do not want to go into. Were your not thoughts if you were going to put it in the water, you shouldn't have used MDF?
Yeah. No, actually, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was so happy to get one piece out of MDF, cutting it on the scroll saw. I was so happy and then I realized, I should have made this out of oak or something else.
At least balsa or a bat.
Okay. Yeah. Now I understand. You have answered my question, and I understand fully. Yes, you cut the prototype, but you were so excited of the prototype that you were like, I'm going to stick with it. And then now you went like, oops.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Donna, tell us where we can find you.
Donna's Embroidery Plus, Donna's Wooden Art. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me right here on the camera. And usually with her.
Hi, Rose. Glad you're back. Been so many years, I already knows you.
I gotta fix my camera again. Other than that, we're just chilling and relaxing. And
somebody else is coming in behind you too.
Ooh.
Oh, they sneaky here.
Yeah, Donna.
They all want to be on camera. Who is this?
Yeah, there you go. That's Haley.
Hey,
She
Haley.
comes over here to get
Hi,
away
Haley.
from two younger ones.
Hi, Haley.
There we go. I'm gonna mute him, Matt, so I can deal with this.
All right, Dixon.
I'm Dixon Hoffman. You can find me at Hoffman Signs and Decals and on Facebook and YouTube.
And Chris.
Hey, boys and girls. Chris at the Old Cranky Workshop. You find me at Facebook and YouTube. And hopefully Monday, I'm downloading a new video.
Ooh, getting fancy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put that in stone, hopefully.
He said hopefully. All right, and Jim.
Jim Bashir's Driveway Workshop. I've got a website called jimbashirs.com that I don't have anything on yet. And you can catch me up on YouTube or Facebook. And I've got a bunch of jigs. I've just been working on my swimming pool all day, catching in some pieces of sheet steel to reinforce some holes, and didn't have a chance to take any pictures of them, but I'll talk about them later on.
That's no problem. First off, you since we don't have a lot of jigs anyway, so y'all took you and your wife took a little trip. Where'd y'all
go? We went to Idaho, and we went through. On the way there, we went up to northern Wyoming to Yellowstone, And I'll tell you, if any of you ever get a chance to go there, go and start on the east side where Cody, Wyoming is, and then drive in that way because you're just down in this valley where there's a river at, and the road follows along the river. And I mean, the mountains just go straight up the sides. Incredible views. But we saw the geyser, Old Faithful.
Yeah.
I got pictures of that. Maybe next week I can get all that stuff off the hard drive. I saved it all on and show some pictures. But man, what a place to go through.
Now, what was the purpose of your trip, though?
Oh, my son works on F-15s out in Boise at Mountain Home Air Force Base. So we drove from the Chicago area over there. It's a 24 hours in the car. So kind of a haul to get there. But
24 hours to drive?
If you drive it straight through, it's 24 hours. Yeah.
Now, when we left, just not trying to interrupt you, but when we left where I'm at to go to my second wife's house, my second wife's grandparents' house in the UP, it was 18 hours to get.
Yeah, UP is up there. It's a haul for me. It takes at least probably when we go up there. We used to go up there skiing a lot, and it's 8 hours to get up there.
Yeah, it was 18 for us from here, from Central Florida up there. So you just went 24 hours.
Yeah. Boise's on the other side of the state, so it's on the west side of the state. But
wow.
Yeah, long drive. There's another cool state park there. Might even be a national park.
No, you didn't go straight through. You had to do.
No, we stopped 3 nights.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now it makes sense.
But there's another state park in there that a lot of people don't know that Idaho used to have a lot of volcanoes in it. So there's an actual volcano state park or national park in Idaho that's out there that you can drive through, and it's pretty cool. I mean, you can stand inside a caldera, and there's molten lava all over the place, and it stretches for quite a ways. You can't grow anything around there or graze cattle or anything like that anywhere near the place. The other place we went to was in southern Wyoming. We drove over the pass, and we had a snowball fight. So that was kind of cool. There's still snow on all the mountains up there. So we were up at 11,000 feet.
I was going to say, yeah, they ain't gonna be no snow here in Florida. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, so we had a snowball fight. We did that. Went to the volcano thing. It's beautiful out there. There's nothing. You could go for miles and miles and miles and not see a house. It's just all grazed land and.
All right. Well, tell us where we can find you.
Like I said, jimbashir.com when I get that website going, and YouTube and Facebook.
All right. So I've only got 2 sets of pictures for jigs. And if you didn't send them in, then it's not my fault that we didn't get to see them.
I do have some pictures I can show.
Yeah, you can show them. If you want to go ahead and send them, it might look better if you send them to the contest at simplywoodcreations.com out. It might show up a little bit better than you just showing me putting them on full screen. I'm just saying, we'll try them both. We'll try them both ways. Oh,
okay.
So Guy Madison sent in a jig. He didn't say what it's exactly. Oh, it's table saw, obviously jig, and he's been using it. So let me go to present. Whew. And let me see if I can get this to full screen layout. There we go. So that's his jig and for making hubs for whirly jigs. Okay, he did put it in the thing, so that's how he makes the whirly jig hubs. Interesting.
Very cool.
Oh yeah, now I understand that. Yeah, it creates the slots on an angle for the whirly jigs.
My dad used to make a lot of those things.
Yeah, so now I understand what he's saying. And you see now what you don't or maybe not understand is this little pin that's right here where my mouse pointer is controls the slots. So once he makes the first one, oh, well, all right, come on. Why won't you cooperate? Once you make the first one, and then you go to the second one, it moves on down to make the slots. Anyway, he didn't show enough of them to show, but anyway, it makes the slots just keep on picking it up and putting it down to the next one. And then there's the hubs. That's what he's cut out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, when I was a kid, we used to play with those things all the time. My dad would.
Yeah.
He'd make them with a pocket knife and go with a stick and make them.
Well, what you don't, I wished he'd have sent one more photo between this one and this one. Then you would have seen how he just moves it down, marches it down, and cuts through it. So, but I understand the gist of what's going on, and that's good enough. Yeah,
So much easier if you let me screen share it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then Bill, our good friend from Australia. Bill is probably one of my most loyal supporters and friends here. Other than my panel, obviously, but from way afar. So yeah, he's always here. He's always him and Michelle Marcoux. And I don't know if Michelle Marcoux has made it out there tonight, but
yeah, Michelle's out there.
Yeah, he's out. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. These guys are here all the time, and I could not extend my love and thank you for your support, for always being here, more than I can or I say. But anyways, all right, I gotta go to present, share screen. And this is the first one that he sent.
What do we got here?
Yeah.
Is that steel or aluminum?
I am not quite sure because let me go back and read what he hasn't really said anything.
A router attaches to the top and slides back and forward to make the something, and it rotates for different pitches. A spiral.
Spirals. Okay. Aluminum.
Okay. Yeah, a router attaches to the top and slides back and forth to make the spiral, and it rotates for different pitches.
Hey, Austin, I'm just curious, but do you spell it aluminum in Australia or aluminium?
Aluminium. I can't believe you just asked that.
Well, no, we got into this argument with, you remember Jamie, from the guy from Britain?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Americans say aluminum.
Yeah, but
Everybody else in Europe say aluminium.
but they spell it aluminium also. They don't spell
Yeah,
it.
they do. They actually do. I don't disagree. I'm just saying that.
It's for making square spirals.
Okay.
All right, so. All right, so describe this jig for us, Bill. And I will ask Donna to interpret it for us.
Okay. Last pic shows what it makes.
Okay. Okay. Well, what is the picture we're looking at now?
Is that on the router table?
Router base, right?
That's that ring bolted underneath of
Yeah.
the 8020, and I know what he's doing with it. It's almost like when you're running a milling machine and you got the disc for.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It was the milling machine
with the pins. It's almost same concept.
Okay. Well, then we'll continue on.
So it says that is the jig. It attaches to my mill.
Okay, now I get you. Now we're going. Now, yeah. Okay, now I got what you're saying.
And that's what it actually makes.
Right, and that's what it actually makes. Wow.
Yep.
Artwork. Sorry.
Yeah, I've never been more amazed at some of the things that you create and how you create them and what they look like. I mean,
okay,
go ahead. Go ahead.
This piece right here, is that like a standalone piece, like a sculpture kind of thing, or does it go with something else?
All right, Bill, you have a question. But some of the stuff he creates these amazing jigs and machines that make this stuff, and you go like, wow, really? He has more of a mindset of an engineer and an architect and a sculptor, you know, of his personality. I can say personality, but when he creates some of these things, it's more of a mindset of an engineer, an architect, or a sculptor.
Lynn said, Russ, that's because Bill's mind works differently.
Well, yeah, damn sure works differently than mine.
And Bill said he has a video, but it's too big to email.
Well, then where can we find it? And Al, if he will, I will give it to Al. Al, if you can somehow communicate with Bill and get the place where we can see the video.
Yeah, if he'll just send it to me.
Yeah, if you would be so kind, Mr. Al. He's my Al. I have anointed you as the internet master.
All he's going to do is drop it in my Facebook.
Bill said it stands alone, or legs, or candlestick.
Oh, wow. I can imagine that as a candlestick. Wow.
And he did not post the video.
Oh,
so therefore I can't. Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to try to remote into his computer and
no, but I can imagine the top, having a base at the bottom of this and then having a hole at the top for a candlestick. Okay.
He said he made it 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
I think really because Bill's head's always upside down, he gets more blood flow to his brain. So
Yeah, he's on the other curvature of the planet. Yeah, he's on the other curvature of the planet. I wouldn't say he's upside down. He's more of a like 2/3 or like a 22 or a 33-degree angle. Because to be upside down, he would have to be at the North or the South Pole. Because America sits, pretty well north and south, the North and South Pole. Well, we're tilted, what? Is it 22 point something degree angle?
Yep.
Off. So therefore, he still sits, I don't know.
okay, I mean, if you want to get technical and ruin my joke, that's fine. It's your show.
Jeez.
I'm sorry I ruined your joke.
Oh, jeez.
Gee, Jim, he never does that to me.
Yeah. Well, when you said it, I went into this thing like, huh?
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stick to blaming everybody in the chat. It works better for me anyway.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run a joke. I didn't. I really didn't. But it's making me more laugh than
I
anything
know
else.
it's turned out to be funny, so it worked.
Yeah, like I wasn't thinking your perspective. You were like, it's a joke, but I took it literally. Sorry.
Okay, from now on, anything I say is a joke unless I. Okay?
Now I won't understand how I will respond.
Okay.
All right. So that's does anybody here have any jigs?
Yes.
I have to say goodbye to the grandkids. So if I could show these two jigs.
Yes, go ahead. Hold on.
Hold
Let me put you into solo layout. Go ahead. Let's see it.
I think everybody could figure out what this is.
Oh, yeah, Craig.
This
I
I
gotta
3D
tell you,
printed
though,
about 20,
Craig,
30 years ago. It works pretty good. And then I heated up some brass sleeves and pushed them in, and that's where this slides in.
That's pretty cool.
And then I made this jig. I don't remember if I catted these things up myself because it was so long ago. I made this jig, and you probably know what this is for.
Yes.
I
Yes.
didn't put the brush in there yet. It's been like this for 20 some years, but it works really good. It fits on a nice DeWalt rotor.
Right. So you hook your vacuum tube up to it.
Yep.
Cool. And you have to go say goodbye to grandkids, right?
Yep.
Well, tell them that we said hi and we love them.
Okay, thank you very much.
And now I've got to figure out how to get him the heck out of.
Lynn said Dixon created Craig jig before Craig.
That's right, he did. It's pre-Craig. It's
pre-Craig jigs. Yeah.
in Craig.
It's too bad he didn't
patented. Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't sign himself out, so I'm gonna
Oh, maybe he's gonna come back.
Yeah, he'd probably come back.
All right, maybe he'll come back.
Well, or maybe Russ won't come back.
Oh.
Who was next?
Don't know.
Well, I've got a couple of ones I want to show,
Show away.
but I can't because he needs to allow me to screen share.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yep, there you are.
Full stream now, Al.
Well, here's my my
And no, you're not.
right.
You were, and then you weren't.
Let me share my entire screen over there. Okay, he's got to put it back up. Are you still there, Russ?
Meanwhile, we'll be entertained with the song stylings from Donna. Sing us a tune, Donna.
La la la.
Even without Paul, I was able to screen share.
You're getting good, man. You might have to become the resident expert.
Yeah. It's even bigger.
Well, can't you just hit the present on the bottom?
Yeah.
That's
Share screen.
no, I'm already presenting. He's got to actually add me to the see this right here is what he's added, but there's another one of these down there.
Yeah.
That he's got to add. If I was doing a virtual camera, I could, and I probably should have, but I think I'll do that next time.
Hang on, I'm trying some.
Don't you love this professional production, boys and girls?
Yep, doesn't seem to be working. Okay.
There we go. There we
It's an
go.
action.
Okay. So what this is a flange. It's a flange that goes on some. It's like a water chamber, and the height of the water gets measured with this rod that goes down through the center, and I had to drill an 1.5 inch hole up at the top first of all. I think if I can find this. How come that's not letting me do that? Oh. Wrong way. No, wrong way. I lost it.
I saw a bunch of coffee.
Yeah, that's that right there was when Russ was talking about his coffee truck. Coffee, Dunkin' Donut.
We didn't hear any of that.
You should drink more coffee.
Here we go. So I believe that this is correct, right? Yeah. So the tap itself was 1.5 inches. I don't have a handle, so I had to make a handle, kind of make one, I guess. I first had to drill the deal, and I just used a piece of 1/8 inch cut, basswood just on the laser. I just cut a big old hole and set it down there, and found the center of the wood. Well, the center of the wood is going to be the center of the flange, right? And then I took and I started to tap it. Well, right there, I was doing a little drilling. It drilled like oh, come on. Oh, no, I don't want to do this. No, I lost it. But anyway, what I did is I used the spiral. Where the heck is it? Yeah, I took a piece of wood and put some tubing. I basically drilled the hole out and then just tapped them in there. So then when I went ahead and tapped, it wouldn't turn on me. I couldn't put it in a vise. I didn't have anything to hold it with. And I had to do about 6 of these. And you talk about a satisfying feeling to cut through that plastic. Like I said, it cut like butter. It was really, really, really neat.
So what were these for?
These were for I want to say it's water level height. It's like it has like a rod down the center, Jim.
Okay.
And it has, I believe it's a some type of RF wave or something like that bounces back up.
Oh, a guided wave radar?
I think so. But does it have like a thermometer thing going down into it?
It could. But those
Okay, that's what these are. It's for some of the automation equipment that we have. And honestly, I'm not very familiar with it because it's not my deal. But
I was going to say you could get a 30 millimeter ultrasonic sensor from the company that makes half the ultrasonic industrial sensors in the world.
well, this actually, I think this actually senses the density of the water and the density of the oil, or something like that.
Different. It's a different.
I'm not. It's not just a level sensor, but it actually sees whether it has water or oil and differentiates where the two are at.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm kind of making it up as I go, but it sounds good, don't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
Anyway, that's it, Russ. If you want to come back, please. I can.
Can you put it back to the panel?
No, I wasn't doing it. It was Russ.
Do you guys have any jigs that you use on your lasers? I've got one where I can take a box of pencils and engrave people's names on them for their kids in school and stuff. So I'll just set the pencils inside this jig, get it squared up, and fire the laser up, and it engraves everybody's name on them.
No, but I do set cardboard down into my laser and cut like a square, right? A 12 by 12 square. Yeah. And then just come in and set the wood down in there, and it
that's a good idea.
Perfectly for everything. I mean, as long as I have a reference in the cardboard, it aligns perfectly. You okay, Russ? So what happens if I stop sharing the screen? Does it go back to everybody?
Let's find out.
Let's try. Yeah, it does.
What happened to our fearless leader?
Okay, one more thing. This right here, and this is just 2x4s, right? This is a Commodore power supply. I've been testing some that I've got, and I'm gonna fix a couple of them, but they're epoxied in, and by being epoxy, you can't get them out. So what you do is you put it on there like that,
and hit it with the hammer.
Well, actually not.
And you can stand on it.
It's already broke, Donna.
Yeah, it is.
It wasn't broke. I could see the hammer thing, but
and the carpet doesn't work very well, but you can see now how it's starting to come out. See how I just popped it back in? But anyway, that allows me to get the epoxies out. Now, and the jig's opening up on me, but it is starting to pop the epoxy out. See?
You want to?
Yeah. Actually, can you hear me now?
Yes, yeah. I can hear you. And there we are. That's the inside of a Commodore 64 power supply. They've taken the epoxy the thing. It has a 9-volt transformer in here and a 5-volt DC circuit in here too that provides 9 volts and 5 volts to the computer. But anyway, they call it the gray brick.
It's kind of weird to look at that now, because if somebody was going to make that thing now, there's no way they would pour that much epoxy in it and do all of that. It's just.
The thoughts behind it are that it would sit on somebody's desk and they didn't want it falling off. But I agree with you. I totally agree.
Yeah, but if that fell off and hit your foot, you'd be going to the emergency room. It's
and it weighs a ton too. Anyway,
I love that stuff. Like when I had a Commodore 64 and a 128, and they both had that big, huge brick power supply for them,
Mhm.
and just
Yeah.
we do all that.
All
If-
right, I have a couple of questions.
All
Yes.
right, out of electronics
All
back
right,
into
the
the real world.
gray material that you put the threaded, what was that made of in your video picture you showed?
I want to say PVC.
PVC. Okay.
Think.
And
I
then
think
the little white pieces that extruded down below them.
they
What
were
was that?
upcycled tubing that I cut on my scroll saw. Literally.
But what was their purpose? To hold the piece in position?
Yeah. The flange has got holes where you bolt it down.
Right. I understand.
The purpose
And-
is when you're sitting there torquing on it, it stays.
Right. So therefore they were in hold it in position so when you torque through the threads it would not move.
Exactly.
Yes,
I couldn't put it in the vise because it would,
right.
mark.
No, I understand. Unfortunately, during your whole presentation, I was blocked out, and I consider that you did that somehow, some way, so I would keep my mouth shut. So you would have the whole opportunity to be able to present and not have Russ intrude.
What?
And it worked beautifully.
Because I never got a chance to say a word. Yeah, I had to shut myself out and re-enter again before I could say a dang thing.
Wow.
I didn't do anything. You didn't see me. You can't prove anything.
You can sit there and say you didn't do anything all day long. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Russ, I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart.
Anyways, that was my two questions I kept asking, and you did not respond. I'm thinking, is he just ignoring me? Because I'm getting madder and madder and madder. And then I realized you couldn't freaking hear me.
Hear you. Couldn't hear
Now,
you.
it would have been funny if we could coordinate ignoring you, but it wasn't it.
Yeah. No. Couldn't hear you.
Actually,
No, I realized that that's what it was. So I'll let him off on this one time. I'll let him by. But no, it was pretty neat how, and that's what I couldn't figure out what the pieces of white was that you said you set it down on there, and it was to replace the holes so that it wouldn't spin when you tap the threads.
Right.
Yes, now I understand.
And at first, when we started doing it, I didn't go down deep enough. So then I took them up to the campus, and we actually took the deals and screwed them in. And by the way, by that I mean, the deal is like this, screwing it in as big as that tap is, and then it's got this big old long electrode about a quarter inch all the way down. Huh? Yeah.
Capacitive.
About that tall. Yeah, and I think it is capacitive, if I remember him saying correctly.
It's an oil and water monitor. So,
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Like I said, that's not my ball of wax. That's more this other instructor.
No, you were making this so that they could use it for their purpose.
Yeah, I basically took those. So we're getting some new trainers as we're getting. And
that's pretty cool. Now, what was the composition of the gray matter that you made that rounds?
It was
soft. PVC.
It was softer than PVC. Yeah, maybe because
softer than PVC. Okay, softer than PVC. Yeah,
it wasn't like hard PVC, but it was.
It's like Schedule 80.
Well, more of a vinyl than PVC, or more of a PVC than vinyl.
Maybe so. Yeah, I would say more of a vinyl than PVC because
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Especially, oh my God, when you turned it, it just
just the turn or it just spun right through it without any problem.
Yeah. Of course, I'd come back and I'd go forward, and I'd come back, and I'd go forward.
Well, you did that, but you didn't have to do it because there's no friction in there when you're going through that.
Just to clean the threads, just to pull the stuff
Yeah.
off. And even though
Exactly, because when you're going through metal, that's when you have to go down and oil it and back out a little bit, because there's so much friction between the die or the whatever in the metal that it creates the heat. But when you're dealing with what you were dealing with, there wouldn't have been a lot of heat.
what really I liked the most about doing this was actually drilling the hole through it. When I took and I've figured out that if I had the center of this, then I would have the center of the actual plate. Man, it was like, oh, I'm this is done.
Right.
Because that was my first hesitation was, what if I drill the hole off center? Well,
right.
Regular drill bit with a what is it called, a hole saw. With a hole saw on it is what it just cut through. But man, when it cut through, it just, and it was a shop smith that I've got turned up on end. That's my drill press, and I pretty much wedged it in there and then drilled. Oh, and it was like, yeah. It was fun.
I can't see because my glasses went over.
Is there anybody still out there?
Yeah, they're out there, but I'm just saying, is there anything that we should recognize or read through the chat real quick and see?
I see any new names.
Because to be honest with you, with these glasses, I got to get some new ones. I can barely see what's over there in the chat.
There's been no questions.
Okay.
Will it measure how dense people are?
Well, measure. I read that. Is that what that said? It will measure how dense people are.
Yeah. But it measures the density of the water and the density.
I got news for you. It'll have a hard time measuring through this dense stuff up here. Yeah, this is hard as a rock.
Al,
I can guarantee you that.
That probe might measure the level that the oil and the water separate at.
Yeah. And thanks, Bill. The handle was a little. It was a good thought, but it didn't really do the job. I ended up using a spanner, and it was a big spanner, so I had a lot of leverage to doing it. But yeah, because at first, at first it was okay for the first 2 or 3 threads, but then afterwards, there's too much play in it. It actually looks a lot better than what it is.
Cool. All right, we're gonna call it a night. It's a little after 9, and so I appreciate everybody being out there. Lynn from Lynn's Handcrafted Woodshop, Bill, Aussie Man. Anybody start calling people out, please.
JE. Who else has been here?
Honestly, we have 13 people.
Michelle, Marku,
Aussie Len.
Heirloom Game Calls.
Thank you for all being out there tonight. I appreciate it very, very, very much.
It's the usual suspects.
Yeah, the usual suspects. We're going to call it a night. And thank you for being out there. Thank you, Al and Chris and Jim and Donna and Dixon, who is not here at the moment. And who was here before? Oh, Paul.
Yep,
Paul was here earlier. Yes. So thank you, Paul. Listen, if you're too darn busy, get out in your shop and make some sawdust. You're just too darn busy. Just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust, all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody, and thank you for watching.
The boys and girls, remember, you don't have to go home. but you cannot stay
He's
here.
trying to hit me.
Nope, got to get out.
What
See
he
ya.
said.
Finish them up.
Would
Tip your bartender.
wanna
and
be
get
ya.
out the door.
She's
What
trying
he
to come
said.
over here.